World War I saw the creation of many insane weapon designs, which some people might call extremely ODD weapons. Today, we'll review some of the most bizarre weapon concepts in everyone's eyes. First up, the Tsar Tank. This thing was gigantic, even larger than the biggest tank of fight Yutsu. It skipped leg day. It didn't use treads, but was driven by two huge wheels. The rear stabilization wheel was a bit smaller. When engineer Lebedenko showed off this tank, it immediately impressed the Russian Tsar, and he received a considerable R&D fund. Theoretically, or just, the Tsar Tank solved the movement problem by using wheels large enough to simply roll over any obstacle on the battlefield. The tank featured two enormous wheels in the front, extending from two independent support arms, and a small wheel in the rear stabilized the body. With the Tsar's funding, the first prototype was built in 1914. It used two 250 horsepower engines to power the giant wheels, but power transfer was very inefficient. Due to Lebedenko's miscalculation on the unpowered rear wheel, it carried too much weight and frequently got stuck. More seriously, the tank's firepower range was severely limited by the front wheels, which were also easily damaged. As a result, the project was canceled. I think instead of guns, it should have had giant speakers that played nightmare tunes to scare the enemy off. Original psychological warfare. Next, air darts. With planes joining the war, pilots invented another strange and terrible weapon. In early WWI, planes were mainly used for reconnaissance and couldn't carry heavy payloads. However, the Italians found a solution in 1911. They developed the air dart. A plane could carry hundreds of these extremely sharp darts. Feathers stabilized them for area coverage. The French were the first to use the darts in WWI. They had a container under the plane. The pilot would pull a cord over enemy lines to open the container. The released darts fell from extreme heights, gaining speed from inertia. If dropped from high enough, these long, thin darts could easily pierce soldiers' steel helmets. Both sides equipped their planes and airships with massive amounts of darts. In 1915 alone, one French pilot dropped 18,000 darts in a single day. However, darts quickly fell out of favor because they were completely unguided and relied heavily on blind luck. Pilots also had to fly very high to achieve lethality, which reduced accuracy. The darts were eventually eliminated. Accuracy? We'll take the volume. Next up, the infantry's favorite. To avoid being shot in the head, one of the strangest rifle inventions appeared: the periscope rifle. Even raising one's head in the trenches carried the risk of a sniper hit. Inventors on both sides quickly developed this rifle, allowing a soldier to fire without exposing their body. The designs varied, but all used a frame that propped the weapon up above the trench. A periscope with mirrors allowed the soldier to see the weapon's sight from under cover. The frame's great weight also helped to stabilize the weapon. Most rifles were equipped with specially modified magazines, holding many times more rounds than normal prayer. So, these clumsy-looking weapons were surprisingly effective. During the Battle of Gallipoli, the British Army completely abandoned traditional rifles. The periscope rifle design became so popular that machine guns were also modified similarly. Trench warfare, level 100, hacker mode.